F-A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast. On today's episode, we're coming to you from Memphis, Tennessee. It is that time of year yet again as we head to Memphis for Marathon Weekend. We'll have that conversation right after these important messages. Hey friends, we've got something really special to share with you today, a brand new children's book that's all about faith, family, and finding joy in the middle of life's challenges. It's called The Adventures of Ben and Travis and the Joy Rider. This heartwarming story follows a big brother in a wheelchair who uses his creativity, courage, and a whole lot of love to help his little brother and cousin overcome life's obstacles. Together they show us that joy isn't about what you have, it's about how you choose to face the ups and downs of life. This book is full of fun, adventure, and hope. It's perfect for bedtime stories, Sunday school libraries, or as a meaningful gift for the kids in your life. Plus, it's a great way to start conversations with your family about resilience, compassion, and faith. Pre-orders are open now, and when you order early, you'll be one of the first to get your hands on this inspiring story. Just head over to benandtravis.com/books. That's benandtravis.com/books and pre-order your copy today. Give your kids a story that will make them smile, laugh, and believe in the power of joy. I'm Travis Creasy, the pulpit minister at Westgate Church of Christ in Dothan, Alabama. That's all pro counselor with 3 Chord Counseling in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Also with Marcel Bible School, defending back-to-back state champions in football there from Florence, Alabama. It's also the pulpit minister for Highland Park Church of Christ and probably the original organizer of the team, Ben and Travis, for St. Jude.
That is true. Also have nothing to do with the fact that we won a state championship back-to-back years and that we've won 4 in over the last 8 or 10 years. But I had absolutely nothing to do with it other than I sometimes take up money at the gate or in the concession stand, and that's about as good as it gets. But, man, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend. Starting, like I said, Birmingham Thursday. Drove up from Dothan to cheer on the Panthers there at Progressive Stadium there for UAB Blazers.
Protective,
sorry.
I always want to call it Progressive, too.
Progressive would get me in trouble, right, with our conservative people. But nonetheless, we are kind of in that mode, before you know it, we'll look up and it'll be February. We'll be at CYC again.
It's coming quick.
But, we got St. Jude to take care of first here in December. Of course, that's not even mentioning Christmas, New Year's, a lot of football, a lot of good old-fashioned dislike podcasts coming out. If you hadn't checked that out, go to benandtravis.com, hit the podcast button at the top, and you can get Ben's Friday refresh and the good old-fashioned dislike during football season. Maybe a little off-season talk this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you got cooking up for us.
We got, of course, the Joy Rider. You can still pre-order. We did take down the producer and sponsor level of that, but you can still get it. And honestly, what a great Christmas gift the Worry Coaster would be. We can get that to you in time for Christmas. But this weekend, this is Friday night going into Saturday, aka race day. And we've been to the Expo. We've got our sweet swag, if you could call it that anymore.
Some hats this year.
Some really cool hats, yes. And always love going over there. We got our match track suits that always garner a lot of attention. And so it's just a great weekend. It's a big weekend. We count down, we raise money, and it all got kicked off, right? Because of Cyprus, which we've talked about a good bit. But how many years ago is that now?
Almost 9. I guess it has been close to 9 years ago. It happened, found it before he turned 1. And so he had some, I say before 1. I think that's right. I'll get in trouble. So when you ask me questions like that, but anyway,
it's good and late at night.
It's been a while since that happened, but he had his checkups. He does a yearly checkup, and he was here actually a couple of blocks down at St. Jude on Monday and Tuesday of this week, and had a good checkup. Everything went well, and they did blood work, did chest x-rays to make sure. They said the thing he had that was on his face that was taken off can sometimes come back in the lungs, is what we have been told. So they did some chest X-rays to check that, blood work, all the different things, and everything was clear. So
sweet.
So
man,
we like to give back. I mean, they give to make sure that we have all the health care that we need, that he needs. They take care of us with the stay. They put us up. They give us travel expenses. They do a lot of things like that for every single patient that comes through. And so it's been a really big blessing for us, but I'm sure that it's been an even bigger blessing for the people who've had to stay even longer. And so this was just one way. We organized, Will and I just decided one year we were going to run it, kind of along the same time they were having a fundraiser for you. And we couldn't go because of Lads to Leaders. So I think we kind of decided to do it in honor of you anyway. And then the next year went, hey, there's this St. Jude run. And I was crazy enough to sign up for a half marathon and do it.
Boom, killed it.
That's why we're here.
Man, I don't know. I'm sure at some point we'll get a total raised. I know you kind of do that math at some point in the upcoming week to see how much we've raised total. Right now we're sitting at, I think you posted $800 or so away from 20,000 this year. Yeah. And man, that's a big deal. We, that kind of garners some attention for sure. And it's all because of, there are people who sign up and come run with Team Ben and Travis, who fundraise with Team Ben and Travis. But we really think anybody, if you came and played dodgeball or you made a $5 donation or whatever, we consider you Team Ben and Travis for St. Jude. And we sign up every year. I feel like we wear everybody out about it.
But you're not giving to me or Travis.
Yeah, we're not getting a dime of it. We don't want a dime of it because we're wanting, the kids that need the help to get it. And, we got, obviously Cypress, other people I'm sure that have had to come to St. Jude, but even people who aren't really dealing with cancer, I think about my older brother and all the stuff he went through growing up and
continues to go through.
And so, all the kindness that they've ever shown us for Bradley or in my leukemia battle or any of that stuff we're for it, right? We want to help kids and we want to help, whether it's mental health or cancer or whatever, we want to help the kiddos.
And I think the truth of the matter is that a lot of the research that St. Jude does and the money that goes towards funding St. Jude's research, it's a research hospital, that research goes to help people of all ages. Initially, it's obviously they're treating kids generally. It's, you're a young person, but even as people quote age out, they still have checkups. They still have times that they're making sure everything's okay with them all through their life. And then that research helps to treat cancer across the board. I mean, your cancer that you dealt with was treated because of research that was done here, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that thing, you kind of pay it forward and you never know when it's going to come back to help. And I know we've shared Mom's story about supporting St. Jude for years and how she feels like she can't help but think that probably helped when I got sick or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, it's kind of interesting. I know that I've not budged. I've ran the 5K a couple of times. I don't remember how many times. I guess I got medals at home that I could count up. But, it's going to be 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. I think we're running at the same time. You're running the 10K. I'm running the 5K. Rough. It's going to be 35 degrees. As I was telling Whitney, I said it could be 35 degrees, windy and raining or snowing. And so it could be, I think the wind is like 3 miles per hour or something like that. Yeah. So
thankfully it's not going to be terrible. Yeah.
Is your church looking for meaningful ways to make a kingdom impact? Healing Hands International has been partnering with churches for more than 30 years to make real change possible. HHI is a faith-driven nonprofit that leads life-changing programs like Walk for Water, where communities come together to raise awareness and funds to drill wells around the world. But that is just the beginning. HHI works to aid, equip, and empower communities around the world, teaching families how to grow sustainable gardens or helping women launch small businesses to support their families. And the best part? All of these programs are done in partnership with local church leaders, empowering gospel opportunities. There are so many ways you and your church can get involved. You can host your own Walk for Water. You can pack gift boxes for kids through the Magi program or host a seed packing event. Learn more and get involved today at hhi.org. That's hhi.org.
I will be running in the good old Forrest Gump. So I got the fake beard, the fake long hair, the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company hat, and the full outfit. But I also have they have little things that you can put who you're running in honor of. And on mine it says in honor of all the leukemia patients everywhere. So that was pretty neat. And it's kind of a gamut of emotions.
It is.
We haven't even ran the race yet.
and I want to encourage people. We've had a few people that have this year, talked about it, and they're up. The one person's up here running and mentioned about maybe joining the team next year. And if you're kind of on that fence of, I'd like to join a team, but I'm not fast enough to join a team or whatever.
Yeah.
Look, we run at all speeds around here.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. You can probably walk faster than I'm going to run. And that's okay. It doesn't really matter.
We're not keeping up with that per se.
We are just keeping up with the money raised. And that's all we really care about. And we love getting up here and hanging out. We've already got to hang out a lot with Josh, with Kayla. We got to see the Wyndhams tonight and hang out with them for just a little bit. And it's a lot of fun, Destin and Jay. And so, we just want to hang out with you. We want to have a good time, but we want you to join to help us raise money. So if we've got 100 people on the team, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'd love to take up a whole block. You can look into the different levels. I think we've done gold, which is the 4,000. It goes all the way up to 10,000, which is the premier. And there's all kinds of different things that you get. And they're pretty flexible. If you sign up, they're telling us tonight, you can shoot for the stars. And if you feel like you're not going to make it, you can always kind of back down off of what that is early, if you do it early enough.
Yeah.
But we kind of bandy together and try to make sure everybody's covered. And there's been years where it was the last minute we got everything that we needed. But I think for the most part, we've usually finished pretty early on where we're not sweating too hard. But
I think I've had maybe 1 year where we were up here and I reached the goal while we were at the race. But, people have been good. You guys have been good. It's been a fun ride to be able to do it. Every year I think I'm going to do this run and then I end up backing down or doing something different. But, again, you can nearly walk, you can kind of jog, walk, and you have plenty of time to make all of them. I'm going to try to do some videos. Maybe it'll be at the end of this or a place where you can go look at it where, just kind of showing you what race day's like and just here's some of the events and some of the things that we do and, all that good stuff. And maybe it'll be something that you guys can jump on here and join us next year and help raise money, but help raise awareness, share some of the things that we do.
Yeah, I'm already pretty fired up about some of that chocolate milk that we get in the stadium across the street. You finish the race, they hit you with a medal, not hit you with a medal, but they put a medal on you. Those are pretty nice. There's bananas and oranges, and they take care of you, man. It is a well done, well orchestrated, well organized little event, and just it's heartwarming to see so many people with so many different backgrounds who are absolutely fired up. And tomorrow at 7 a.m. there'll be people
7 a.m.
jacked to the ceiling, Santa, jacked to the ceiling. About some St. Jude, ready to run. The music will be pumping. If you're like me and you're out there in the Forrest Gump shorts, you'll be ready to get this thing started.
And everybody's going to be taking pictures with him in the Forrest Gump.
There are people, you see them they're trying to be sneaky, taking a picture. And it's just just, hey, let me get in there, let me goof, and it'll, a memory to last a lifetime. But it's a lot of fun. I remember the first year I did Forrest Gump, there was somebody that was dressed, it was almost like a blow up outfit of Elvis. It was a woman, and she had the Elvis hair, but it was like a balloon. It was like a plastic blow up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, it was off,
Yes.
big off the top of her head. And we got a picture together. Of course, I've done Spider-Man. I think the tradition is Forrest, or at least that's what Ben says.
I've seen, oh yeah, that's my favorite. I think it needs to happen. People love it. People are always about looking for Forrest Gump, and he's done some good ones. We've also, we've seen like bishops.
Yes.
People dressed like bishops.
Nuns.
I don't know if they're real or not. Nuns, people in blow up costumes. Like I think we've maybe seen the dinosaur. I don't know if I've seen the dinosaur one, but I've seen other people
I think so.
in those blow up ones. Those are always fun.
We met some folks from Fayetteville, Arkansas tonight.
Yeah.
While we ate dinner.
So maybe they're going to see this. We told them a little bit about the podcast, and they were, pretty fired up. I think they were going to be, cheering on. So we'll be watching for them, cheering on the crowds of people that are running. Lots of people here. Lots of people come and just support. So you can be on the team, maybe not even run, but just kind of come up here and support the runners.
Yeah, I think it was Karen and Will both at times have come up and raced in their own way to certain spots where we might pass them, and you might see them 2 or 3 times on the route along the way. But
it's what they say about cross country is it's the only spectator sport where the participants are involved in the sport itself. Because, if you ever go to a cross country meet, as soon as the runners run by, people are like, and they take off to the next corner, and they're running just as fast, and they get to a corner and they stop, and then they watch them run by, and then they go run to the next one. And it's kind of this way here because the track or the path crisscrosses and goes this street and that street. And so you can you have time to, get a couple of blocks over and watch them come by again. So.
Yeah, it's really neat. Just exciting time. And I'm glad you guys wrote me in so many years ago. But,
yeah, man,
me, I'm down to party, even from Dothan, Alabama, making the trip.
You got a long drive tomorrow.
I got the Great Mars Hill State Championship. Get to come to the Expo tonight, pick up some really awesome swag this year. That's the other thing. They make sure that you go home with plenty of St. Jude stuff. Yep. We got a cool really light rain jacket to go run in.
Yep. Yeah. It's
this year.
It's some good stuff this year. And Travis here had some people that really donated big for him. And you ended up hitting that premiere.
Yeah.
Right.
Which now means that I'll have people expecting me to do it. But no, it's totally by other people. Other people pitching in. And I think I mentioned it one time at Westgate, one of our events, I like to raise money and run. And it was like, boom, it just poured in, just generosity like crazy. And they love St. Jude, and we love St. Jude. And I just, every time I think about Cypress coming up here, getting the love that he gets, it helps us run a little faster. And looking forward tomorrow to seeing all the creative signs, all the different costumes. Of course, you run through the hospital and you see those kids who are fighting really hard. And it's like, hey, if they can get out here, then the least I can do is raise money and finish the race.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic. Always love it. Just always thankful to be able to help out a good cause. And I know a lot of you guys out there do that. There's a lot of things that happen in Florence area, the ride for St. Jude, and you guys probably hear about other things wherever you're listening from, but we just love to make sure that we do our part in helping out. Like I said, they've been a big blessing to our lives personally. And so it's one way I can give back. I don't have a whole lot to give myself, but if I can give of my time and my efforts and just kind of try to push other people to help us out, then it makes it worthwhile.
Well, Ben, it's 11 p.m.
We got to get up early.
We got a race to win tomorrow, or at least finish in 8 hours.
Winning means finishing for me. I think I had 2 hours to go 6 miles. So surely
That is a dub.
Surely I can do it.
That is a dub. But anyways, we hope you're all doing well at home. We know it's the holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll be back at you before then, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. But thank you for all that you do. You support us throughout the year, whether it's the podcast or CYC, your kindness there, or St. Jude, or the children's books. We know that the reason we're able to do it is first and foremost God's goodness. And of course, all of you out there's goodness towards us. And we just pray that you have a blessed day, and we'll talk at you again soon.
Have a good one.
Thanks for being with us for this episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast. Be sure to download our free ebook, 28 Days of Focused Living, at benandtravis.com and receive all of our Helping Healing and Humor extra content directly in your inbox. We look forward to having you join us at the same Ben and Travis time, same Ben and Travis channel.